Well, hi everyone. I hope everybody out there is having a great day today. This is day two that I'm coming to you with a little talk on a few minutes of encouragement and some wisdom and a little Proverbs. And first of all, I just want to start off by saying thank you so much to everybody that has responded to yesterday, everybody that watched, everybody that commented and said a kind word. I appreciate you so much. People that have shared it and hit likes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know, when you step out and you do something like this, it's just out of your comfort zone. You know, the question that you ask yourself is number one, is this relevant to anybody? Does anybody really care what I have to say? And is this helping anybody? But ultimately, is this going to make a difference, or is this just going to be a clanging cymbal of just nonsense out there? So when you start to see evidence that you know several of you are encouraged, and that I've been encouragement to somebody, that makes it all worthwhile. And thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. You know, there's a lot of people watching this. I've got comments from people I've known my whole life, right? And they're probably going, "What is this? Where did you come from? Where did Hey, you're not the same person that I knew." And they probably ask themselves, going, aren't you the kid that dot dot dot, or aren't you the guy that dot dot dot? Yeah, that's me. Um, so I really kind of want to start with just giving you a little, maybe just a quick backstory. In basically 17 years ago, I was working out at a gym in Frisco, Texas, and met a guy by the name of Keith Craft. Just bigger than life, amazing individual, amazing history. And so he immediately became my pastor at that point in time. And then over time, not just my pastor, but he's become, wow, my priest, my spiritual father, my mentor, my coach, um, and my best friend, one of my best friends. And so with that started a whole new journey in my life, to seek God and trying to be the best me that I can possibly be. And that's a path I've been on for 17 years. And so I've always been a guy that's been the guy that's there to encourage people. Little bit about me is, they say you can put people in two categories. Some people see the glass half full, and some people see the glass half empty. And in my world, that glass is neither. It's overflowing. It's always flowing. And I can't understand why somebody else can't see that. So I am that guy of encouragement. So I just want to use this time and hopefully help some people out there in a little word of encouragement about going through all this stuff. And so I want to start with some encouragement and just really help people to think that maybe this is going to come out better than just okay. So there's so many people out there right now that I think are just have this mindset of, life was going pretty good. The economy was doing good. Maybe personally I was at the best position I've been for a long time. And then all this happened. Great. And the thought may be, can we just get back to where we were? If I can just get back to where I am or where I was, everything's going to be great. And that's really the focus. But I don't believe that God wants to use this time to do that. I think this is a complete reset. I think what I feel God is doing here is breaking those walls down, breaking down that ordinary. And for some of us that haven't stepped out of that normal, God's forcing us to step out of that normal to create a new normal. What do I mean by that? Well, we go through our life and, like I say, everything's going just great. And now it's a complete disruption. You're not sure if you've got your job. You don't know if you've got your company. You may or may not be employed. You may have a family member that's come down sick with the virus. You don't know where that's headed. You may be somebody that's on the front lines and you're dealing with this craziness every single day. And you're to the point where you don't even know if you dare come home to your family. A lot of first responders and people on the front lines haven't. They're staying in hotels and rented places because they're so concerned to bring it home to their family that they can't be with their family. And so not only are they putting in these incredible hours and becoming American heroes to all of us, but they can't even go home, be refreshed, and be loved by their family because they've got to separate themselves. And so, depending on where you're at in this whole thing, you're seeing something different. And so I certainly don't want to downplay the quite hell that a lot of people are going through. In fact, I really want to preface it with this, is that if you're somebody that's been affected hugely by this, I mean to the point of life and death situations, family members and this type of stuff, certainly don't want to sound with encouragement. I certainly don't want to sound that I'm not empathetic to those situations. So if you are that people, or if you are that person that's going through that, and you need some help and you need some prayer, please respond to this post. Please let me pray for you. And I know there's a lot of people watching that would also love to pray for you. And that's one of the secrets, I don't know if I call it a secret, but it's one of the amazing things that happens is that when you're in a time of desperation and you need God's answers, when you start praying for somebody else and take your eyes off yourself, that's when your answers come. So with everything that's going on out there right now, what I'd like to do is encourage you to be looking for the best, not the worst. So rather than just the thought process of getting back to normal, what if we can go beyond normal? What if God's going to use this as a new opportunity? What if God's going to use this to do something new and bring something new to your life that you didn't know that was there or could happen? There's so many things in our life that's going to change. It's absolutely amazing. I mentioned yesterday about how I think home business is going to change. People working from home is going to change. I think there's going to be new industries that just start catering to people working from home because it's now becoming effective. And I know there's a lot of people out there that have said, I'm not that guy. I never work from home. I need to get away from my family. I need my time. I need my space. And I really enjoy my time at the office and whatever. And now that they've been forced to be home, they're starting to realize, wow, I really can work from home. This is amazing. I get to eat lunch with my family. I can see my kids. I can, whatever that situation is, maybe I can change my life. Maybe I don't have to, maybe I can recraft my life right now. Maybe things can change. Maybe rather than just chasing the dollar, maybe I can somehow use this opportunity to restructure my life where I can spend more time with my family and do the things that are more important to me rather than just spending the whole time in the office or chasing the dollar or starting my business or running my business, whatever that is. But it's an opportunity. So there's going to be new ideas that are fostered out of this. There's going to be new businesses that come out of this. There's going to be so many things from, President Trump has joked about the fact that we may not do handshakes anymore. The fist bump may be the new thing. Okay, so something as crazy as that could bring opportunities for people. There may be opportunities that are coming to you right now that you're not aware of. You may be sitting there going, man, what am I going to do? And I don't even know if I have a job. And all of a sudden something happens and your company offers you an early buyout and an early retirement that's beyond what you could have ever hoped or imagined. You could be in such, flip side, you might be going, well, retirement, man, my 401k just got cut in 50%. What am I going to do? There's opportunities. It's going to come back. I believe with all my heart it's going to come back. There's, even with the losses that we've had in the market and the trillions of dollars have been lost, there's so much money out there because of what this economy has done. And really it's just been building up. You've seen the market's been climbing for years. And there's so much money out there, it's got to go somewhere, right? It can't just sit in the banks. It can't be unproductive. People just aren't going to pull that money back and stick it in their mattress. It's got to go somewhere. So at some point, it's got to get back into productivity. And when that money starts to work in the markets again, the markets will start coming back. It's a matter of time. So if you're panicked about that, just give it time. Again, watch for opportunities. Watch what God's going to do. There's going to be new industries. There's going to be crazy things. Credit is going to change. I believe that we'll never see credit as we know it isn't going to happen. I think you're going to see the credit institutions come up with a whole new scenario, right? Because so many people are going to be so devastated by it that the old way of doing things won't work. I mean, right now I'm seeing car dealers advertise crazy stuff. I mean, talk about opportunity. Hey, if you need a new vehicle right now, here's what the car dealers are saying. Come get a new vehicle 2019 that we got in stock. We don't care about your credit. Okay, your creditworthy, heck with creditworthiness. Not only that, we're going to give you almost free interest, and there's no payments for 6 months. And if you're upside down your own vehicle, your old vehicle, and you owe more money than it's worth, we're going to take that in and roll it in at low interest and probably give you a lower payment. Just nobody's going to be denied. Just come get a vehicle and no payments for 6 months. So hey, if you've got crap credit and you need a new vehicle right now and you're way upside down in your last one, this is the time. By Monday, they're probably going to be saying, hey, we don't even care if you got a job. Got laid off, don't have a job, don't know if you're going to get another job, need a new vehicle, come on down, sign here. I mean, there's opportunities that are going to come out of this. There's businesses that are going to get loans. I mean, it's every day they're coming out with a new program. There's businesses that were maybe on their last leg that this really shut them down. But the reason they were on their last leg is because they needed capitalization that they couldn't get their hands on the capital. Now the capital is available. If you've just got enough to hang in there and can recapitalize at low interest or loans that may be forgiven, who knows what you can accomplish, right? So there's so many things. There's so many opportunities. There's so many businesses in high tech that are going to be birthed out of the home, out of small towns. Things are going to change in business. Um, that I mentioned earlier, social touching may change, and who knows how that could change, right? I mean, it's going to open up, things won't be the same. So my encouragement to you is really comes down to this. You can look at it from two ways. You can look at, oh my God, the sky is falling, everything is bad, things never going to get back, woe is me, I can't believe this is happening to me, I just got this job and now I lost it. Or you can be looking at it from the standpoint of, you know what, everybody's in the same boat. This is kind of a reset. Okay, before I was sitting here looking like I'm dragging, I'm not doing so good compared to when I looked to my left and I looked to my right. I'm not doing as good as everybody else. I've had these setbacks. I've had this credit issue. I've had whatever. You need to look at this as this is a new beginning. You're getting a new opportunity. Things we may look back in history 20 years from now and say we lived through something that was terrible, but it reset and gave opportunity to us that we never had before, and it allowed us a whole new path, and God opened up new doors, and look where we're at now. Who knows what you're going to be telling your grandchildren? So my encouragement is just be faithful, be excited about what's going on through this thing, and look for great stuff. So now what I want to do is I want to get into Proverbs. I want to take a short period of time, but we've talked about seeking wisdom, and I mentioned this is day 2. Today I'm going to read through Proverbs 4, because today is the 4th. I'm going to be back every day the rest of this month reading the corresponding proverb, because I believe that all wisdom starts right here. A little bit about Proverbs. Again, King Solomon, who the Bible says the wisest man that ever has been, ever will be, wrote Proverbs. These are a collection of thousands of the sayings that he said. And this guy was so wise that people came from all around the world to hear his wisdom. It's just amazing. So what I want to encourage you when I read through, it's going to take me about 3 minutes to go through this. As I read through this, and I'm reading from the NLT. Actually, let me change this. I got NIV up here right now. I want to read from the. No, I guess I'm not. I'm reading from the NIV version, and so if something in here doesn't really make sense to you, don't worry about it, because that's the way the Bible is on a lot of stuff. But hone in on what does. So here's what I believe. As I read through this next 3 minutes, like I say, some of this you may go, oh, that does make sense, that does make sense. But something's going to jump out at you. Something's going to hit you like a slap in the face. That is what's for you. That's what you needed to hear today. So don't worry about the rest of the stuff. Just take what you need to hear, focus on that, use that, internalize that, figure out how you can use that in your life and how that's going to make your life better by seeking wisdom. So with that, let's get started. Here we go. Listen, my son, to a father's instruction. Pay attention to gain understanding. I give you sound learning. Do not forsake my teaching. For I too was a son to my father, still tender and cherished by my mother. Then he taught me, and he said to me, take hold of my words with all your heart. Keep my commands, and you will live. Get wisdom, get understanding. Do not forget my words or turn away from them. Do not forsake wisdom, for she will protect you. Love her, and she will watch over you. The beginning of wisdom is this: get wisdom. Though it costs you all you have, get understanding. Cherish her, and she will exalt you. Embrace her, and she will honor you. She will give you a garland to grace your head and present you with a glorious crown. Listen, my son, accept what I say, and the years of your life will be many. I instruct you in the way of wisdom and lead you along straight paths. When you walk, your steps will not be hampered. When you run, you will not stumble. Hold on to instruction. Do not let it go. Guard it well, for it is your life. Do not set foot on the path of the wicked, or walk in the way of the evildoer. Avoid it. Do not travel on it. Turn from it and go your way. For they cannot rest until they do evil. They are robbed of sleep until they make somebody stumble. They eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. The path of the righteous is like the morning sun, shining ever brighter till the full light of day. But the way of the wicked is like deep darkness. They do not know what makes them stumble. My son, pay attention to what I say. Turn your ears to my words. Do not let them out of their sight. Keep them within your heart, for they are life to those who find them and health to one's whole body. Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Keep your mouth free from perversity Keep corrupt talk from your lips. Let your eyes look straight ahead. Fix your gaze directly before you. Give careful thought to the paths of your feet, and be steadfast in all your ways. And do not turn to your left or right, but keep your foot from evil. So man, there's just so much stuff here, but like I say, here's the deal. What really hits me and rings true to me right now may not be what does for you, right? So again, whatever there hits you, hone in on that, because that's the word for you. I do want to talk about a couple things. One thing that just really hits me huge, because we were just talking about it, in 23 verse 23, it says, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. And that's kind of what we're talking about, is you can choose that by, am I going to see this negative, or am I going to see it positive? If you're going to guard your heart, you're protecting your heart. Don't let the negative in. Don't take counsel from bad people. Don't allow that negative to set in. Only see the positive. Choose to see the positive, not the negative. Choose to look for opportunity. Choose to be a conqueror, not a victim. Okay, that's part of guarding your heart, and pay attention to what you listen to, and don't let bad stuff in. The other thing that really hits me with this, and I'll kind of wrap up with this, and that is, it talks so much about the path of the wrong person, the path of the evildoer, the bad people and the evildoer. So let's just kind of put that into this category, wrong person. So my question I'd like to leave you with today is this: is there somebody that's in your life that's a wrong person? That just is, that you know, right? Your heart tells you it's been a long time, and you know that this person probably isn't the best to be in your life. Now, they may not be the evildoer, they're not some vicious, corrupt person, but they're not the right person who needs to be in your life. They're not speaking life to you. They're speaking negative. They're just constantly that person that you know is just the wrong person, and it may be time for you to stop listening to that person. That may be what's needed. Maybe that's what you need to hear from this. Or it could be the exact opposite. There may be somebody in your life that's very dear, that you haven't talked to for a long time, that's somebody from the past, that is that right person, that just resonates with you, that just, you just kind of feel tugging on your heartstrings, that maybe you should reach out and touch this person and just ask, hey, how are you doing through all this? How's it going? Is there anything I can do for you? Anything I can pray for you? Any needs that you have? How's your family doing? And so here's the thing. When you feel that, people say, well, people always say, well, I hear God talking to me. I haven't heard any audible voices. Well, God's word is that still small voice that you're hearing in there. And so when you hear that voice saying you need to call somebody, that's not your conscience. That's God telling you you need to call this person. So pay attention to that. Reach out, be faithful, do those things. So with that, again, I want to keep it short. I hope there's something here today that encouraged you. I'll be back tomorrow, again, going over Proverbs 5. I'm believing the best for you. I'm believing things are going to go well for you. I believe that God's going to use this to reset and change maybe the course of your life, the course of your family, maybe the course of your family's legacy. And so with that, everybody have a great day. God bless. Thank you.